Hey, what's up? So I was about to make another video when I was thinking, why am I making these videos? But more to the point, why are you watching them? And I'm not just talking about my videos, I'm just talking about, YouTube is a wonderful thing, right? It opened up the world for everyone to publish their opinion and their insights and their knowledge. It also created the ability for all kinds of people to do commercial stuff and sell you their BS. And it's all fine, right? If anything, it has unlocked information that was very difficult to get to in the past. On the other side of the coin, it has also created a signal to noise ratio, which makes it very difficult for someone to find the good stuff, I would say, right? Finding stuff has become an art in itself. But that is besides the point, because what I realized is that I don't think most people realize why they're watching videos or reading books or doing whatever it is they're doing, reading other people's crap, listening to other people's crap, all right? And I just wanted to make a point that I want you to think for yourself about what this video or any video is doing for you, because I don't think it has the function that it should have, and I don't think it's going to help you much if you just keep doing what you're doing, because what's the point of watching a video? What's it going to bring you, right? Now you have me explaining stuff to you, and now what's going to happen? You're going to say, well, that's a great video, this guy has a good point, man, I totally agree. And then you're going to like the video and that's it, up to the next video? Or you're going to watch it and disagree and then say, this guy's crazy, fuck him. And then you're not going to like the video and move on to the next video? Right? What's the plan here? What are you looking for? What is it that you want? You see, there's 3 questions, and I'm working on this thing called Start With What. And part of it is the 3 what questions that you need to answer in order to decide for yourself what it is that's going on. What is going on here? What are you? And what do you want from the combination of these 2 things? And the thing is that we have this culture, right? This culture that is creating you. And it's telling you what your function is. And you feel that that's not correct. You feel that there's something wrong there. And so you're looking for videos, you're looking for information, you're looking for people that will tell you something about how to feel better or how to better deal with stuff, right? But in essence, you're doing the same thing that the culture has taught you that you should do. Namely, look for outside authority to tell you what's going on, how you should behave, what is right, what is wrong, all these things. But that's not what's going on here, or what should be going on here, or what could be going on here. What's going on here is that you need to figure out for yourself what's going on. Right? You are the game for you. I'm the game for me. You are an NPC in my game, I'm an NPC in your game. I'm the hero in my game, you are the hero in your game. That's what's going on. We don't know what the game is, we don't know what the objective of the game is, and all of it is probably not even knowable or real, right? Meaning, you might think this is the meaning of life or the goal of life, but it's just a made-up thing, right? There is no true context, there's only created context. Hence, the channeler. But it's frustrating. I mean, I'm making videos that obviously I don't mind if people watch them, because I'm making them. But I'm making them because I'm frustrated in a way with the fact that we are telling each other the wrong things. We are too obsessed with outside authority. This culture, and it makes sense, right? This culture is a medium, and this medium creates an output, and you are that output. But the medium wants to continue. So it also has told you what you need to do in order to perpetuate the culture. And this culture needs you to rely on outside authority, because if you wouldn't, you'd be self-reliant and you wouldn't need the culture, and why would you perpetuate the culture if it isn't necessary, right? It's just a hobby. Well, culture needs you to take it seriously. And here comes the trouble. You and the culture are competing for authority. And so far, culture is winning. and people aren't thinking for themselves and they're not engaging in serious thinking and thinking for themselves. They are picking which product, which mental product to consume. They are picking which authority source to put their faith in. I saw this guy on YouTube, man. This guy is talking about stuff. It's fucking amazing. He's a genius. I'm following him. You guys can go fuck yourself. That's what we do. And what does it mean to follow someone, right? It means I watch all his videos. I like every one of his videos. I talk to my friends about this guy is such a great guy. What's the fucking point of doing that? Right? What do you think I can do for you? I can explain stuff in a way that it makes sense to you, and now what? You need to understand that I can't help you. Only you can help yourself. You need to become self-reliant. And self-reliance is something you do yourself. Right? You need to be the structure you depend on. And you need to stop looking for outside structure to depend on. Because it's only going to create dependence. Right? What do you think this video can do for you? You see, I think what it can do for you is inspire you. It can spark something. It can spark something that says, okay, this guy's right. I need to stop watching him and start thinking for myself, right? I mean, there's value in people explaining stuff. They can point you in a direction. They can motivate you. They can show you some doors that you perhaps can work with to open them up. To open them up. But there's never going to be anything that they can give you that's yours. Do you understand? Only you can make things yours. If I draw a model on the board and explain this is my model and this is the way I look at it and it explains this and that to me and you're like, this is a great model, it's really helpful. It's still my model and you can't have it. You need to create your own models. Even if the model is similar to mine, you need to do the math. You need to engage your brain in order to understand. Understanding requires work. It requires the clicking of things, right? We are so outcome obsessed that we forget that there's nothing in outcome. Outcome is an illusion. There's only process, there's only movement. And the value is being able to navigate in the movement. So the outcome is totally irrelevant. If you understand how to look, then you will see the right things. What you see isn't important, right? People are making 100,000 videos a minute on what they see. Like their perspective is anything. That it has value outside of themselves, but it doesn't have any value. There's no point in my perspective for you other than creating some sort of propulsion that you can create a momentum out of and then it becomes your thing. That's the only thing. And you need to understand that. You need to watch a video with the intention to stop watching the video or follow a channel with an intention to stop following the channel. Because if you take some person and then instead of looking at this source, you switch it to that source, it's just a new source to deal with at a later point. Do you understand? It's like your parents. If you want to grow up, you need to kill your parents, metaphorically, right? You need to move beyond them. If you just look for a new genius or a new person that you put a halo on and you make outside of you, it's just waiting for you to be obstructed by this person. And then you need to deal with him. And now what can you do? You've been following him for 10 years. He's the greatest thing to ever walk this earth, right? Because that's what we do. We look at people that are chasing mastery and then we make it something that's outside of us, right? Like we swap Jesus for the Hollywood guys, right? Now they're the new Jesus, or the singers that proclaim to be Jesus, right? It's just distancing ourselves from engaging. And that's what's going on with these videos. If you watch 10 videos about being productive, how productive are you really? If you read 10 books about motivation, I mean, are you motivated? Sometimes the pattern of chasing something becomes the pattern of being. And you need to think for yourself, is this a hobby or is this a pursuit? And if I'm pursuing something, then what is it I'm pursuing and how would it be possible to gain that? And you need to understand that value is a projected thing. And where the culture tells you that it's money that's valuable, or there's cars or status or relationships that are valuable, it is you that needs to project that value. And now you're projecting value onto it because you've been taught that that's what's valuable. But it's not. There's no value for adults in superficial things. Diamonds aren't valuable. They're just diamonds. I mean, if you use them in a laser, perhaps they have some function, but if you live your life thinking a diamond is a valuable thing, then you are completely confused, because why is it valuable for you? It's not. It's external value. It's authority, external authority. And you need to decide for yourself what's valuable. And if you would ask me to inspire you to think about that answer, I would tell you that if there's anything of value, it's time. Because it's the only resource that's slipping through my fingers. I don't even know how much I have, but there's a limit to it. Being able to look at things and see them for what they are, that's valuable. Being able to talk and say what you mean and agree with yourself and have other people kind of recognize what you're saying, that's valuable. Driving in a certain car is ridiculous. This world is ridiculous. This culture is ridiculous. I'm serious. They are wasting you. They're not wasting your time, they're wasting you. They're not allowing you or helping you. They're even anti-helping you in reaching your potential, which is a self-reliant adult human being that is in charge of its own experience. And it's so weird that we've made helping other people into a commercial thing. You need to buy this program, you need to buy this book, you need to blah, blah, blah. And most of those people that are selling that, they're totally confused themselves. Right? They're like, these values the culture is telling you they're wrong. It should be these values. Like I'm doing. Do you understand? It's totally... We are taking life serious in the wrong way. And you need to decide for yourself what to take serious, where the value is. You need to step outside of this thing so you can look at it and decide for yourself what it is. And because we have created this current situation where it's all about followers and likes and retweets, the people that should be telling you to wake up, they have no incentive for them to tell you. They have no incentive for you to leave their channel. They have no incentive for them to be edgy, to be critical, to be taking risk and trying to reach just someone to wake up instead of reaching everyone and to please and soothe them. So I wonder why you watch this video. I wonder if you know why you watch this video. And don't get me wrong, I've watched plenty of videos. I've watched enough to come to this realization, if you know what I mean, right? I was the person watching all the motivational videos until I realized they're not motivating me. And if it is required that I watch a motivational video every X minutes, hours, or days, then where is it coming from, this motivation? And why am I seeking something I'm lacking? I don't have the motivation, so now I'm seeking motivation. Why? What is motivating me to find motivation? It's the outside culture authority that's doing that. Anyway, it's just something that bugs me in this whole dynamic of where we are. I want to make videos, but I don't see the point, really, in doing so. If you want it, it's there. You can just go out and try to get it for yourself, by yourself, and via yourself. And sure, you'll need stuff in the process, external stuff, but you will get it. If you want something for real, not by saying you want it, but by doing things, you will get it. And I'm not talking about nonsense things, like make a vision board, put up a picture of a house and just wait until you have it because you want it so bad. I'm talking about real things. Self-control, mastery in your emotions and your mind and, right? Getting a handle on the experience that you are in. The game of you. But we're wasting that. Anyway, I'm repeating myself by now. Let me check if I had everything. Do you realize value is self-created? That's an important point, man, if you ask me. It's self-reflection. Right? If you buy something for 10 euros, there's some value in it because you probably worked for the 10 euros, so there's some sweat and tears and blood in that you see in that thing you bought. But if you create something yourself, if you make something and you shape it and you work on it, do you know how much value you're putting into that, how value that is for you? That is what you should be doing with yourself. You should be making yourself valuable. Not because the culture tells you you're valuable, because you're living up to this list the culture's created, but because you're putting effort and time in you to shape yourself. Because you're constantly changing and dealing with discomfort and fear and you're surviving and it's right. That is the experience. Value is self-created. It's a self-reflecting thing. There is no external value. Please realize that. Yeah, I said, what's the point of Steve Jobs being a genius, right? People talk about Steve Jobs, and I really enjoy Steve Jobs, watching interviews with him, and I thought he was a genius too. But what's the point of saying that? What's the point in talking to anyone about that? What is Steve Jobs going to do for you, right? Steve Jobs did Steve Jobs for Steve Jobs. Now you need to do you for you. I don't know why you're looking at Steve Jobs to do anything. I mean, besides the point that he's dead, he can be some inspiring thing for you for just a little bit, but then it's you that needs to deal with it. But we're externalizing that to Steve Jobs. And now he's a genius, I'm not, so yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's just I don't understand this obsession with other people and outsourcing something into them. I don't understand what it is you seek there. What are you? What's going on? And what do you want with the two things that you're now playing with, right? I don't know. You need to figure that out for yourself. Good luck with that. Thanks.